Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Pokemon Sword and Shield is shaping up to be one of the biggest games Nintendo and Pokemon Company have ever released in their history, and that's no small feat. Nintendo has made some gigantic games in the past, but this Pokemon release, it's looking like something that I had never seen before. JT. I have been a gigantic fan of the Pokemon series dating all the way back to the original Red and Blue on the Game Boy. I used to get the link cable out and play it with my best friend and do battles that way, and it was so wild to be able to do that with these games back then. Now you see how far it's come, not only full color, not only portable, but now it's also going to be on a full-fledged console release. This is going to be gigantic when it releases November 15th, 2019. I recently had the opportunity to play Pokemon Sword and Shield at San Diego Comic-Con 2019 in the Nintendo Lounge, where they allowed people to be playing the demo for 15 minutes, finding out what the game is all about, how the battle system works, how the Dynamax evolutions work during the battle, the puzzles you can solve during this water level that they gave you, and the buttons you press to move the different waters around. The game feels very real. It feels exactly what I'd want a Pokemon game to feel like. With that comes a few caveats, and that I will get to later on in the video, but right now I just want to gush about what I was excited about, because Pokemon, this game is going to sell like crazy. It is everything people have wanted for the longest time, all coming to fruition here and now with Pokemon Sword and Shield. The game follows the similar formula that every Pokemon mainline game follows, where you go through the cities, you find your Pokemon, you get a bunch of them in your arsenal as a team, and you go battle gym leaders to get badges to progress through the storyline. But there are a few twists and turns to this one that make it feel a little bit different than the other ones. First off, there's going to be online mode, there's going to be a lot more interaction with the NPCs, and as Nintendo employees were telling me, the game has a lot more secrets. I also had my son give this game a shot. He's 6 years old, and I gotta be real with you, it was really weird watching my 6-year-old son play through a Pokemon game at this demo at San Diego Comic-Con and seeing the enjoyment and excitement on his face. It reminded me of exactly how I felt back in the day when I was playing this around his age on the Game Boy. I think I was maybe a little bit older, probably 12 or 13, but still, that same look that I had, it was on his face. This game is for an entirely new generation to learn what Pokemon is all about, what makes it so special, and get that same enjoyment that all of us had back in the day when the original came out. And that in itself makes this game transcend generations. It's like a weird bonding experience when you had that happen. I will caution though, like I said at the beginning, there are a few caveats to this that a segment of the population out there won't be excited about, and I feel like I'd be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't say this, but playing through the demo, it did feel extremely similar to the formula that's been established in previous mainline Pokemon games. Take that for what it's worth, because there are people out there that like their games to have a lot more variety in them and make them feel different from one game to the next. This one didn't feel too different. So for better or worse, there are people out there that would want that, and others, like I said, who would be looking for something different. And going into this, it feels more similar to previous Pokemon games than an entirely new game, if that makes any sense. In addition to that, I know it was just a demo, I know it was just 15 minutes, but playing through it was fairly basic. It felt very easy. I don't know if that's because it was just at an early stage of the game, but it did remind me of one of the issues I had with some of the more recent Pokemon games coming out on the 3DS, where The games were just too easy. You could just blow right through them if you knew how to play Pokemon. And my concern for this is that might be the same if they carry that through to Pokemon Sword and Shield. No guarantees, like I said, it's just the demo, so I don't know if it gets any more challenging, but I do know the Pokemon Company wants this game to be extremely accessible for all age ranges, and by doing that, it might sort of dumb down the challenge to make sure everybody can enjoy the experience as equal as possible. Like I said, my son was having an absolute blast with this demo, but he's also 6 years old. So people who are 36 years old or 46 years old might feel like the game's a little bit too basic, at least from the demo. That's what I was gathering. I personally really hope this game gets a lot more challenging after the demo portion is complete, but we'll have to wait for the full release to find that out. As of right now, I'm more excited about the Pokemon games than I was previous to playing the demo. I was in complete astonishment at the graphical prowess of these Pokemon moving in the stage when they battle, their actual movesets. It was just wild to see the graphics on a full-blown console. I know, like I said, a lot of people out there have been waiting for this moment, and they won't have to wait too much longer with the Pokemon Sword and Shield coming November 15th, 2019. Anyways, those are my thoughts on playing through the demo at San Diego Comic-Con for Pokemon Sword and Shield in the Nintendo Lounge. It's a good game. It might be too easy, and it might follow the formula of Pokemon a little too much, but outside of that, look, if you're looking forward to a new Pokemon game, this should fit the bill perfectly. I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say about this. Knowing this information going into it, if you were hoping for this new Pokemon game to be completely different or have a shift in dynamics of what's been established in the mainline series previously, or if you're excited that it's more of the same and you're looking forward to just having a full-fledged Pokemon game on a console. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing. Smash, Smash,